Craig's kind of a furry when you think about it.
What's up, Craig? I mean,
Craig is very furry. Can I walk that one back or no?
Yeah, I didn't feel good about that one.
Okay. Then Craig is not very furry.
Craig is not very furry. My bad, Craig. Okie dokie. So I guess the order in my Discord chat looks like Logan and Jay, so we'll go bouncing back and forth between you guys, and I will intersperse my own commentary as we go. How do you feel about One Piece overall? You can either choose to like compare it to other book clubs we've done, or just like anything you've read in general. Like, how do you feel about it so far?
Oh, I had a way to compare it.
That's crazy.
I'm comparing it to what I still believe to be my favorite manga or like, just piece of media, which is everyone say it on three. 1, 2, 3.
Akira.
IQ.
Okay. Nate, you deserve to go to the
What?
freaking punishment room for that.
Oh, let's do
We
it again.
have a
Let's do it again.
punishment room to the brig.
What did you say, Jaden?
Let's do it again. I had a funny one.
Hold on, he's got a banger.
Okay, ready? On three. 1, 2, 3.
Boku no Pico.
Oh my god, get him out of here, bro.
Chase canceled.
Get him out of
Again.
here. No, Haikyuu. I still think I enjoy Haikyuu a little bit more. Could have been the timing, could have been the age comparison, like basically being at the age where they were at the end of Haikyuu when I read it or watched it. But just in general, One Piece takes spot number 2.
I respect
Obviously.
it.
It's like,
That's pretty high. That's high praise.
yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's just the one thing that I think it's missing compared to Haikyuu, and obviously this could come in the future, and even if it came in the future, I still don't think it would change it because I kind of feel like it needed to be there from the beginning for me to think it was better than Haikyuu. But the length of character development in One Piece is a lot shorter, and it almost seems like in Haikyuu, like everyone has to work for their relationships with other people to a certain degree, and it just feels more like realistic and relatable. Whereas in One Piece, Luffy says hello to someone, and then 5 seconds later, either they're beating the shit out of him for no reason, or they're his best friend in the universe. And I know that's like a trope of Luffy as a character. Like, he's likable to people that like him, and he will make anyone that doesn't like him regret not, siding with him.
How dare you?
Yeah, so I don't know. It just, Haikyuu does that one thing better, but One Piece is very fun, and it's gotten a lot of laughs out of me so far, especially during the Jaya arc and Chopper's, not his backstory, but his introduction. So I don't know. It's very good. It's definitely peak.
So it's very like wholesome. In terms of like, it just feels like they're gathering family members as they go.
Yeah.
I believe they call it Nakama. Oh, it's good. I also, I mean, I have so many stories myself that I would place like as an all-timer. The One Piece is up there. I think Hunter x Hunter has to be my number one just because of how it impacted me as like, or how it impacted the course of my writing career. But like, One Piece is easy top 3. Like, if it's not, if it's I mean, it's between Haikyuu at that point, whether it's second or third.
Haikyuu
I think I would place it above Haikyuu just because there's a bit more history for me. Like I said before recording, that like my entire life, pretty much, I've known what One Piece was. I mean, I think One Piece came out, or the anime started like right before I was born. So
yeah,
it's always kind of just been there, and it's been a thing that like I've kind of gotten through osmosis as I was growing up, and like eventually I was like, you know what, I'm gonna watch this, and then I watched through it. and then I was like,
Yeah.
damn, and then I started reading it, and now it's just kind of like
The
I talk
anime
about it every week all the time. I love it.
the
The
anime
card game.
started October 20th,
Shit.
1999 in the States.
Oh,
Yeah,
and one
and I
for
was
One
born in
Piece.
2000, so
Yeah. Oh, we can watch it today on Cartoon Network at 2 a.m.
whoa, isn't it dead?
That's another thing
Useless.
about One Piece that I feel like I had a misunderstanding of going in, or not a misunderstanding, a misconception of it going in, which was, in all reality, 1,100 chapters is not a lot. Like, in the
It's
grand
a
scheme of things,
very
like
yeah, it's a
Haikyuu was
very big
400
number.
chapters. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
that's almost half of One Piece, and freaking uh, like, I don't know. It's just,
I think people who see that number who don't normally read anime or okay, well,
yeah.
I'm
Let me
canceled.
read my anime.
Who don't read manga or watch anime don't have don't understand that manga chapters, especially Shonen Jump
They're short.
chapters, are very short. Yeah, they're like anywhere from 18 to like 22, 23 pages. So like
I mean,
I
One Piece
think
is pretty
the longest
consistently
one,
20.
the
So
longest one
it
so
is
far
very
was chapter
consistent.
1.
Yeah, yeah, and that's because like
It was like 50 it was
it
like
was like the
50
intro
pages.
chapter. Yeah, that's typical for a Shonen Jump thing. And even that chapter went pretty fast because of how like there's also like big splash panels or like entire
Yeah, yeah.
pages that are just one panel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Double spreads. Like there's just those go by very fast. That's why when anyone asks me like or when I recommend One Piece to people, I recommend reading the manga over watching the anime because like you can get through an immense. I wish I started reading the manga and not watching the anime because again, it took me most of my life to get to the anime from like elementary school up until the end of high school. I started I started in like 5th grade watching One Piece, and then as soon as I was in my senior year of high school, I was at Whole Cake, which was the most recent arc in the anime at the time. Um, so it's just so much more of a time commitment as opposed to just reading the manga. That you can like go through arcs in a day if you really like put the time into
I mean,
getting sunk into it.
I literally, I think, even though I'm really far, I would say really far into it for having just started last week. I'm at 233, I think, 234 or something like that. Um, so it's freaking like, it goes by so fast when you're just reading because you're so hyped about what's gonna come next, that I went through all of uh Alabasta in like not even like probably an hour and a half. I read through all of Alabasta.
That's crazy. And you know what's nuts? Like on
But
that or on the flip side of that, I know what's coming next. At least for the most part, because I'm like, I know everything that happens, all the major key parts and players and all that, and I'm still in the same boat. Like I'm also still like excited to keep reading more, just because I love seeing the panels and stuff like that. They're so well done.
yeah, I gotta send you a couple of my favorites. I have them on my MacBook, so
Yeah,
I'll go into the folder of One Piece screen caps. But I think one of my favorites that I can remember off the top of my head is when Luffy's standing on top of the castle
at Drum
in
Kingdom.
yes, and
Yeah,
he's
with the
like
flag.
holding the
Yeah.
flag and he's like, "Listen, this flag carries a lot of weight behind it." And I was like, and he's just, but it's not the one after he says it. It's the one before he says it where he like his eyes are all black because he's
Yeah,
looking down. Oh my god, that was such a good panel. So
so
good.
good.
So good.
Jay just sent some. Oh my
Bookends,
god, those
One
are
Piece
fire.
bookends.
Yeah, sorry. I
Those
was
are fire.
Logan sent me the
I
thing he was
sent him
talking
the
about
rug.
earlier, and now I've gone down the rabbit hole.
I'm buying those.
Oh, let me
It's like
send the
not even
rug.
a question.
$5.
Uh, I gotta send you another thing,
Etsy thing?
Nate.
Yeah.
Etsy thing that I found the other day, but that's the
Gear 5
keyboard
rug,
rug.
huge.
I wouldn't even buy that to use as a keyboard rug. I would
You would
literally
just
buy
have
that
it,
and hang it
yeah.
up on my wall or like
It's
put it
so
on a
cool
shelf.
looking, yeah.
I would pay 100 for that, honestly. Jaden said fire, but not worth 100, and I said fair, but
I
I would
can't
pay the 100.
I can't wait for you to get to the reveal of Gear 5, because that shit was so fucking hype when it was happening. Because I won't spoil anything, obviously, but like there's so much lore in build up to when it's happening, and when it finally does happen, you're like, no shit, it's happening.
Yeah,
Oh.
I've seen the transformation, like the
You definitely,
reveal where he's
I'm sure I've
laughing
shared it
animated,
too.
but I
Yeah.
haven't seen the lead up where he's
Dude,
like
I'm sure you've
fighting.
heard the drums of liberation too, like the
Yeah,
what
yeah,
the
I
fuck?
have, I
Yeah,
have.
I was about to start doing it, but it's not gonna pick up on the mic. It's just, it's too iconic at this point. That shit's like fucking. I know people shit on the take, but it is genuinely like Goku going Super Saiyan for the first time. That, and pretty much anytime Luffy has geared up, I think like Gear 2nd and Gear 5th are the most iconic ones.
Yeah. I mean, I still haven't gotten to a gear, so
Yeah, I know. Just wait, it's awesome.
okay, I
Um.
found it.
Oh,
Definite
baseball
cause for
cap.
me.
That is pretty cool.
I'm not gonna get the chopper one though. I'm probably gonna get the law one.
Law. I need to get Law's hat and his sword because I have the I have his shirt, like a cosplay short cosplay shirt for
Short.
him.
Cosplay short.
Cosplay short. Um, that being said, you don't know who Law is. So Logue really, really likes One Piece, and that's hype. And I also really, really like One Piece. Jay, where are you on
I
One
He
also
also really,
really
likes
Yeah.
One Piece.
exactly.
Piece?
He also does.
I've been
Give us
enjoying
the
it.
rundown.
So I've been watching more of the anime than reading the manga. So in the anime, I'm a little bit ahead of Logan. I don't know how far ahead of, of Logan I am.
You're pretty
Well,
much a whole arc
where
ahead
are
because
you?
he's
Yeah.
not at
So he's not at
Skypiea yet.
Skypiea yet.
No,
Yeah.
I'm at the end of Skypiea.
Yeah,
the
he's
panel
on his
I'm
way
on
to Skypiea.
exactly is when
Okay.
Buggy and
You're on
his
the Jaya
gang
arc.
are digging in the giant skull mountain. That's where I'm at right now. Like the literal panel.
Gotcha.
That's in the Jaya arc, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's at the very end. I think Skypiea starts at
37.
237. Yeah,
Oh, we'll,
I'm
we'll,
4
we'll talk
chapters away.
about it more. I don't want to derail Jay's thing. Has it been revealed who the person is that was at the bar, Logue? Who the character is yet?
No, not yet.
Oh, I hate that they saved that for like the last moment.
Yeah,
Oh,
they have not revealed that yet. I
okay.
thought it was Cricket, but
I can't
they
believe you
haven't.
couldn't piece together who it was. That's so exciting to me.
Well, let me look at him again while Jay's
Well, yeah. Jay,
doing his thing.
sorry, not to not to steal your thunder.
It's okay. So yeah, I've been watching it more than I've been reading it. Because my plan is to finish Skypiea and then pick up where Skypiea ends
In the manga.
in the
Yeah.
manga. So whenever things about Water 7 starts.
No, you have Long Ring Longland first, and
Well,
then
you know, it was
Water
the
7.
saga.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
So
they count that in the Water 7 saga.
yeah, I've enjoyed up to this point.
Well, I think it's honestly, I think Davy Back is its own. Let me double check story arcs, but I'm pretty sure.
I'm looking at it right now. It says
Oh no, I guess they do
Skypiea
count
and
it.
then
Yeah, they do. It's just an
Long
arc and then
Ring
saga. Yeah, you're
Long
right.
Land arc. Yeah.
Okay, I think I know who it is.
What was it?
Who is it?
Oh, I thought Jaden was still going. Is it
And I'm not saying.
Blackbeard?
Well, that's crazy.
Because he
Jay.
looks. Bro, wait, what? I don't even know if I got it or not when you said that.
You'll find out.
Well, you'll find out.
Okay, I'll find out.
You'll find out. Bozo. What else you got to
Okay.
say on it, Jay? As in just in general.
It is probably so far it's my second favorite story that I've seen. Well, anime related story. I've either read or watched so far.
So, what's your favorite?
Yeah.
Mine's Attack on Titan.
Fair.
Ooh, okay. I thought it was gonna be Full Metal Alchemist for some reason, but I don't even think that's in
That
the
Attack on
top.
Titan for me is
I think that's what got him into anime, right?
uh no, it was my first one was One Punch Man actually.
Oh.
And then I went
Fair
from
enough.
One Punch Man to Dragon Ball, I think.
Like the OG Dragon Ball, right?
Like when I watched Dragon Ball, I watched from the original Dragon Ball
Yeah,
all the way to Super. But like I skipped GT, I skipped
Kai.
movies
Right.
and shit. I
I
imagine.
skipped
Yeah,
yeah. I just watched just the shows and just um Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball Super.
fair. I I should specify too. Like when I was giving my ranking, it wasn't just for anime or manga. I'm talking about like stories, just in general that I've ever read. Like Haikyuu, One Piece, and Hunter x Hunter for sure are up there. Like it's hard to not even read, just like in terms of media and movies and all that. Those are up there.
Oh, yeah. Well, if we're talking about movies, I think there's one movie that probably takes the cake.
For me, there's a whole
Graveyard of the
entire franchise
Fireflies.
that I think is better than
Mm.
One Piece.
What is that?
Star Wars.
Yeah, I
Oh.
mean, that's fair. But pre-Disney Star Wars, right?
Yeah,
Minus Andor.
Yeah, he's like, well.
They still stand by it. J.J. Abrams shouldn't have directed all 3 films.
Yeah, that's how Justin and Devin feel too.
Because if he did it, like, because my thing with that, okay, I'm going off topic now, but my thing with that is like, you don't need to watch episode 8. You could legit go from 7 to 9, and just skip 8.
Or you could just not watch them at all like I did, and your life will be just as peaceful.
True. So true, bestie.
Alright, so
Yeah, I
anyone else
guess we
have
can
any
start
questions
going.
about my One Piece experience?
Yep. Well, this is for both of you. So let's talk
Oh yeah,
about
because Jay hadn't read it until now, that's right.
let's talk about East Blue as a saga. We're gonna go through like that's kind of lame. Let's start with Romance Dawn. We'll go through arcs. So essentially
Wait,
just
so we're not even
islands.
gonna talk about
Oh,
freaking Zoro's recruitment?
we are. That's what I'm
That's
saying.
Romance
Like
Dawn.
that's
Oh, it
what.
is? Oh, I thought
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
Usopp's. Okay.
No, Romance
No.
Dawn is the name or the title of the first chapter, and it includes. I forget the name of the town where they get Zoro, but it's Shanks's introduction, Luffy's backstory, and that first thing with Kobe up until Kobe leaves,
It
and then it goes
goes
into Buggy and Nami.
Yeah, okay.
Romance Dawn, Orange Town is where we
Syrup
meet
Village.
Nami. Syrup Village is where we meet Usopp.
Usopp,
And then
Sanji,
there's
and then Arlong
there's
Park in
Barati.
Logtown.
Yeah, and yep. And then they
Oh
go.
my god, I forgot. This just reminded me. Before we get into the nitty gritty, did you guys see the One Piece Lego sets?
Yeah.
Yes, I want
Those
the
are
Going Merry
crazy.
so bad.
Dude, did you see? Oh my god, this put such a smile on my face. Did you see the promo they put out of Oda playing
Oda,
with the
yeah,
toys?
and
Yeah,
he like
he was
broke
just like
he broke
geeking out
Arlong
about
Park, and he was like,
it.
"Oh, Subarashi!" Yeah, that was awesome.
Oh, that guy's a treasure. He is the One Piece, I'm pretty sure.
And
Dude,
they just find him. It's
imagine
like,
it's just his fish, like his icon, like his
That would
avatar
be funny.
at the
Yeah.
end, and Luffy's like, "This is the One Piece."
What the heck is this?
and Oda just walks out behind the corner.
It's like, "Thank you
Face
for reading,
reveal.
everybody." Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay. Romance Dawn. What do you think of? I guess just give me your like opinion of, in terms of like a first chapter to hook somebody. How do you feel?
Who, me or Jayden?
You. Again, we're going in order of the Discord call.
Okay. I say, can I give it like a ranking?
Sure.
I'd say like an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
8 out of 10. And this, we're just talking about like the opening with Shanks and stuff.
Yeah,
not
we're talking about like
Zoro, right?
literally first chapter.
Yeah. Okay, then 8 out of 10.
And I believe the first chapter ends with Shanks leaving and putting the hat on Luffy, right? Let me
Yes.
just double check that.
And then the second chapter starts with Luffy being on the raft.
Yes, he's
or
on.
getting the raft.
Yeah, he's already out at sea.
And then he goes in the barrel. Yeah.
It's not my all-time favorite first chapter, but like it's definitely iconic.
I think the way that Oda writes it, he pretty much makes it so like you need to have more.
Yeah.
Like there's
It,
some like I but then again like Shonen Jump back then could have been different with the way they like how much time they give uh manga and stuff like that.
Yep.
Because now like they don't get much time to do stuff, and maybe back then they got more time. But like I feel like the way he wrote it, it's like yeah, here's a bunch of backstory stuff. And then it's just like, well, if you want to know what's actually gonna happen in the story, I'm gonna need more chapters. So like, you either gotta like you're gonna have to pay me to continue. Not pay
it's
him
a
to continue. You know what I mean?
it's a great setup, and it works only for One Piece, because the way One Piece works is you are starting at the starting line and you are following this character as he builds his pirate crew from place to stop, going down a line to the finish line. So it's
Mhm.
like you need the context. Yeah, you don't necessarily need the context, but the fact that you get the context for why he's doing it, and then the second chapter is the very first thing he does, is very like, I don't know, it feels perfect for the story that it's trying to tell in terms of formatting. Like I struggled a lot coming up with my first chapter for DU. I still don't think my first chapter is perfect by any means, the one that I have out now. I had to like retroactively write a chapter 0 to help like fix some of my setup. But
It's
I
okay.
definitely, even the one that's out right now wasn't the first draft. Like I wrote like 2 or 3 different versions of chapter 1 before I settled, and they were all wildly different. Um and it could have changed the story entirely. A first chapter is super important.
I think the best thing to get set up in the first chapter, like the best overarching piece of the story is the hat. Because
Mhm.
Yeah.
for
Iconic.
there's so many
Iconic hat.
times where I've been reading a manga or watching an anime, and then all of a sudden something gets brought up and I'm like, wait, what? Like I completely forgot about that. But I'm pretty sure the best thing that One Piece has going for it to like bring it back to Luffy's roots is the hat, because every time he gets in a fight, he's like, "Don't touch my hat," and every time he wakes up from a fight, he's like, "Where's my hat?" And it just grounds you to like, oh, he's doing this because of what Shanks said in the beginning.
Yeah,
And
it's a part of
Shanks,
this character.
yeah, exactly. Like that is the best part about Luffy is
Luffy's
his
insanely
relationship with the hat.
likable as soon as he shows up. Like he's oh,
Excuse me.
and like
I don't know. I
especially
kind of hated him in the first. No, I'm kidding.
what?
I'm kidding.
Um, literally the first thing we see of Luffy is him stabbing himself in his face,
True.
which I forget sometimes. Honestly, like that's a crazy intro to a character. It's genius too, because like you see Luffy before you read the story and is like a, you know, his modern design and stuff, and you see that scar, and you're like, oh, I wonder how he got that. Immediate answer. Like
Yeah.
you open the first page and you're like, oh, well, that's how he got it. I like that was my exact line of thought when I started reading it or when I started watching it for the first time.
The scar is another defining factor of Luffy. The eye scar.
Yeah, I think all the
Yeah.
Oda's character design is primo. I I've heard a lot of complaints. Um, not to not to put my boy Bento on the spot from Lancers, but he doesn't like how unproportional a lot of the characters are. I love that a lot of the characters are like the scale of the characters are different, and it's all for like setting up shots and like power dynamics and stuff like that, like thematically. It's so brilliant. I
Yeah, I
love
think
and having a character that also like a shonen character whose power is being able to be malleable is crazy. Like being able to be rubbery and
he's
like
just
set up
Gumby.
for yeah,
Anime Gumby.
it's so good.
I think
Having
the
Gumby.
character design lends itself well to displaying the characters the way, like conveying emotion through the
Mhm.
characters, because you see it all the time in Hollywood. Like, people with sharp jawlines are usually villains, and people with round faces or square faces are usually heroes or, you know, anti-heroes or just like neutral. And the same thing is true in One Piece. Like, Arlong is literally, he's just all angles. His jaw is an angle, his chin's an angle,
Yep.
his nose has many, many angles, his eyes are triangles. Like, everything about him just screams villain. And it's like the same with Kuro. His jawline was pretty, or his chin was pretty triangled off, had a quite an angle to it. But Luffy, just the most round, the most circular face you can get.
Yeah.
Same with Usopp. Usopp's chin is just a fucking half circle. Like, it just makes sense.
It's peak.
I also just realized the
Oh.
reference that Usopp has a long nose is because he lies a lot. Pinocchio. I just
Yeah.
got that right now.
Yeah. I'm
Like,
so
in real
glad you got
time.
there, buddy.
I'm in
That's
real
crazy.
time. I just got that reference. I don't know what. Like, I'm literally staring at a video of the
So,
lo-fi
once
thing
you're
happening on my
caught up,
screen. I
I'll
just
share
thought
it
about
with
that.
you. There's a lot of characters in One Piece that are like based on real world actors and stuff. I think the only one you might have seen so far, not might have, I know you've seen, is Django, and he's Michael Jackson, obviously.
Yeah, the
Um,
this guy
yeah, but a lot of characters are like that in One Piece, where they'll have like real world influences,
is
even outside of like real people, like the Pinocchio thing.
is Igaram like Beethoven or some shit?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
I figured.
I think what's his name, Koza.
Koza, yeah, the rebel leader.
Yeah, I think he also has one, but I'm not sure. I could be wrong. But anything else to say on Romance Dawn? Like, what do you personally? This is a gripe I've had with One Piece for a long time, and it's not necessarily a gripe. It's just like a slight nitpick compared to all the other pirate crews that we get past the East Blue Saga. I think Shanks's crew is low key kind of fucking lame.
Oh
I
yeah,
like
Yeah,
them.
I don't.
1000%.
For me,
Yeah,
it's like you got Shanks. He seems pretty cool,
I like.
and then you just got like a
Well,
bunch
I
of
don't know
like
if Logan
background
knows the names of the
characters.
characters, but it's not
I
like
don't know.
spoilers.
I don't think I know the names either. Not gonna lie.
Lucky Roo is the fat one. Ben Beckman is the sharpshooter. Well, that's not Yasop. And then Yasop is the Yasop shooter.
Yeah, we know about
Um,
Yatsup,
yeah.
but
Um, Ben Beckman was his like right hand. That's the guy that shoots the dude in Oh, I guess Lucky Roo does that. But he's the guy that like fights off all the bandits after Lucky Roo shoots that guy in chapter 1. Um, and then everyone else past that are kind of just like jobbers. Uh, it's a little weird when you like. I feel like, especially later on in One Piece, it feels like all the characters have so much personality and design, and then like Shanks's crew is very bland. But
well, probably because he kind of had to make them first, and
yeah, exactly. I
he just
understand.
needed
They're
a.
very grounded. And in a
But
sense,
still,
that's
they're kind
cool.
of boring.
Yeah, they are very boring. Uh, even in the modern day, like I think they have a couple new crewmates, but they're not anything special. Like they're still like very grounded. I could be misremembering, but Shanks is the most like intriguing out of all of them, obviously.
Yeah,
Uh Shanks is an awesome like parental figure, by the way. He's like just as a character that's always
Shanks
there in
is
the background.
Luffy's dad.
Huh?
Spoilers?
Pause? Spoilers? No, you
No,
know what I
I
mean.
know Luffy's dad is Gold D. Roger,
Oh
obviously.
yeah, King of the Pirates former.
King of the Pirates former. That's right. Gold D. Roger, King of the Pirates former.
Oh, I'm trying to think. Anything else happen in Romance Dawn? Not really. Oh, Zoro. Um,
Well, we don't meet him in the first chapter.
who
Right now, we're
is?
just talking about the whole arc.
I guess before we start going through the rest of East Blue, who is your guys' favorite crewmate so far? I guess including like up until Sky Island, so up until Robin's introduction.
That's tough.
It is insanely tough, right?
But I think I have a winner.
I gotta go with
You can go
Zoro.
first. Oh,
I gotta go with
okay.
Zoro.
Zoro's
I
crazy
think
cool, yeah.
I think
I forgot
I'm
how
not.
badass he is.
I don't know if it's different in the manga, but like for me, Sanji, he's just too much of a simp. I just can't.
Well,
I
my
understand,
favorite
like
crew
that's
member is
his.
Sanji. I
It's
think
just too much. I think. I'm
I
not
think
sure if that's like an anime thing.
It's kind
well,
of an anime thing, but
Okay,
I
so
think
they
Logan
just.
might have an explanation for it.
I have my explanation for why he's my favorite, even though that is like kind of an annoying part, is because Oda knows how to separate the comedy in it from the actual like
His character, yeah.
his character. Like he Sanji really only does that in the parts in between fights, or like, just while they're on the ship bullshitting, and he's like, don't say this about that, and this, whatever. I know he has like that whole thing where he can't hit a woman either, and that comes up in his fight with Bon Clay. But the overwhelming badassery of the fact that he doesn't use his fists, and he just like can kick anyone, and I don't know, and he always shows
He
up when he's
has.
needed the most. Like
Yeah, Zoro has had a lot of great moments in the early portions of One Piece, but so is Sanji. Like, Sanji gets Mr. Prince. He gets the part at Little Garden where he like infiltrates and like talks to Croc on the fucking
oh yeah, that
the
was so
transponder snail.
good.
I know, right? He gets all the like
Restaurant Le Crap.
crazy cool. Oh my god.
I might be biased because I'm French Canadian and he's French,
Oh,
so
well, there you go.
I don't know. But
That makes sense.
my last actually, I almost doxed myself. I almost said my
Whoa,
last name
whoa.
on jury on podcast.
uh, I think Sanji is still my favorite. He was my favorite back then, and he still is now. Chopper is a close second, and Zoro is a close third from that like early lineup. I also really like Robin. It's not that I don't like Nami or Usopp, obviously, but like that. Oh,
Wait, so who's
I
your
love all
second?
those characters. Chopper,
Okay, my second
Chopper's
favorite
awesome.
is Usopp, and my third favorite is Zoro. So that's my Actually, you know what? Why don't we just go through and rank them all, 1 through 6, 7?
That's tough. That is tough.
Well, you already named 3, so.
I did well. You right.
Tier list.
Oh.
Yep, exactly. One Piece character tier list.
What's yours, Log? And then we'll go down the list.
Okay, mine is Sanji, Usopp, Zoro, Luffy, Chopper, Robin, Nami.
Okay. Jay.
And then honorary Bon Clay right at the end.
Aw, facts though. Cho from
Okay.
from Orange Town, the dog. Shout out.
Yeah.
Zoro 1, Luffy 2, Chopper 3. 4 is kind of a toss up between Robin and
Usopp.
Sanji.
Oh, okay. Damn.
Then
Bro does
then
not
Nami,
like
then
Usopp.
then Usopp, then Nami. I
Um,
think with the thing with Nico Robin is like, because she's such a history nerd, and I also am like a history nerd, I can
you
kind
guys
of relate to
also
that.
that's why I'm asking this question now, and I'll ask it again next like recording session we do of this when you guys are further in the story. You haven't gotten everything for all those characters. You get so much more in between all the like stops along the way. So I'm sure these rankings will change drastically. Not just when new crew members join, but like as story arcs unravel and shit, and you learn more about them. Also, before I give my ranking, I didn't even like explain. I think the Sanji thing about why I think Jay might dislike him more because of the anime. I think in the anime, it's a little bit more played out and dragged along, and you can physically hear him doing that stuff, whereas in manga, you can like get a quick chuckle at the panel and move on.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's definitely a character flaw, but like Logue said, like it's only really during the like downtime and the jokey portions of the story that it's like a bit. I think that's another like misconception about One Piece too, is people see those things from Sanji like out of context and they're like, man, this thing sucks. Or like when they see like the later character designs for like the girls and stuff in One Piece, like Oda changes his like art style a little bit after the time skip. And everyone just kind of sees that and they're like, oh man, he just like objectifies women and shit. And it's like, no, not really. I would
Well,
never
I
really
mean, I'm
read
not
it.
gonna
Yeah, it's
lie.
good.
There was a little cutaway like at the end of the chapter, like a Q&A page where somebody asked for Nami's measurements, and this
Don't
is when she
get
was a
me wrong.
child, and fucking Oda was like, "Oh, don't worry, mark my words, I will get them at one point," because like Nami comes in on the page and starts beating him, and then
To be
he's like,
fair,
"We'll get it
or
for
to
you,
be
young
fair to
man."
Oda,
And
he
I'm like,
literally
what the
married
fuck?
a Nami like actress.
Wait,
He,
what?
yeah, he went to like a play and there was like a Nami actress and they ended up getting married.
For like a
Oh,
One
So
Piece
this
marker.
Nami
guy's
is like
got
one
a
of his
hard
favorite
on for
characters.
Nami, bro. He literally created a character, waited for them to get a real life adaptation, just so he could. He's probably the only person that has literally married his waifu. That's
You love to see it.
insane. So Nate, when
You
are
love
you
to see it.
making a live action DU?
Relax. They're all children.
Not in the time after the time skip, apparently. I already know that
Wait,
happened.
he's got a time skip.
Nate's got a time skip in
Oh
about
yeah,
2
there's a
years,
time
so
skip.
it'll come
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot longer than 2 years,
Ju-
brother.
just for
Oh,
Logan. Time skip's
yeah,
just gonna be
just
for
for
Logan.
me, it'll be for
Bro,
2
I'm not
years.
even done with
That's
the
why he's doing
first
the
arc
time
yet.
skip. He's gonna have a
Oh.
time
Also,
skip just for
how do you
Logan.
know it was for one of the main crew or their colleagues? I was talking about oh my god, I forgot his name already. Is it Draker? Is that the
Oh, Draker, the
yeah,
one of the
the
force
mafia
captains.
guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Draker is pretty hype. We gotta. You know what we should do at some point? We should have Jay read DU and like get his
No,
take on it
that's a
for an
good
episode. That'd be fun.
idea. That's a good idea, bro.
We'll put that one on the back burner. Sanji, Chopper, Luffy, Zoro. Nah, Robin, Luffy, Zoro, Nami, Usopp.
Damn, bro. That's crazy.
I just thought like Usopp's cool, but like you know what
Yeah,
it
I
is?
think the one thing that's dragging Usopp up for me is when he fucking gave um the oil soaked rope to who the fuck was it that like ran it around the cake? Was it? I keep thinking Karoo, but it wasn't Karoo because he wasn't there yet.
I don't remember. I haven't gotten to Little Garden in the manga yet, like on my own reread through of it, so I don't remember like very specific stuff
Exactly.
like that. But I can't. It was somebody, wasn't it? I thought it was Karu. Hold on.
Yeah, but that wasn't during. Oh yeah, that's right. Because Vivi was part of Baroque Works. That's right. So it was Karoo. He told Karoo to drag the rope around the
Yeah.
cake no matter what, and then he fucking literally lit it on fire and saved
Vivi was
everyone. And
also
then
like on the crew already at that point.
yeah,
We already are. I guess we haven't done Drum Island yet, but like she joins during Whiskey Peak.
yeah. I got you. I remember now. So yeah, that brought Usopp up a couple notches for
Listen,
me. I'm not gonna
Usopp gets some the whole crew gets banger moments, but Usopp
And
especially
and
has some really great ones.
the 5-ton hammer bit, that was funny as hell. That was awesome.
Oh, bro, just say you think that's good. Wait until Thriller Bark, bro, pops off.
Right, well, I'm waiting.
Yep. Put that one
I'm
on the
not
back
gonna read.
burner.
I'll just wait.
Oh, well, he'll never get there.
Oh, that's a good. Hello?
Discord died.
What the hell? Yeah, I was like, it's doing that awaiting endpoint thing again, bro. I thought you guys were pranking me because you were
I
taking
was
so
like,
long that I was
because
like, all right,
they
have a
just
good
stopped.
guys, get end of the podcast, and then I was like,
Wait, that was the
hello?
other
Are you
one?
guys pranking me? Like, what the
No,
fuck is
Hopefully
I was like,
happening?
Plague didn't just like
Nate was
die
like
there.
mid conversation, and then he just stopped. I was like, what? And I was like, hello?
It says
Huh?
automatically reconnected for me at 40:20.
Okay,
So
I see
I
that.
think
Yeah.
it's good. Holy
Um.
shit. That's crazy.
So did you get what I was like setting up? So like we'll just talk about characters introduced and then give like the arc a rating overall and like any of our favorite moments.
Yeah,
Um.
that's a good idea.
So I think Axe Hands is like mid as fuck. I don't. He's cool. He's a good like one-time villain.
Oh,
Oh my god! It happened again. Weird. Uh. Is Logue here?
I'm here, yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Okay. Um. Alvita kind of gets like some retroactively knowing how she comes back at the end of the saga like bumps up her intro for me because I think it's funny that they do that bit, and it also sets up for like how One Piece kind of operates in general with its characters, that like they don't just disappear, they're always doing something in the background.
Yeah, like
um
they're
Luffy,
living
they
their
don't kill
lives.
anybody. Well, Luffy
yeah,
doesn't kill anyone when he's fighting them, but when Zoro fights them, they're fucking dead.
yeah,
So,
they're gone, they're gone.
like that, like Mr. One, he's gone, he's dead, right?
Where is he?
Right?
uh right,
Sure, yeah, we'll
right.
go with that.
There's no way he
um
comes back, bro.
so
There's no way.
Kobe's cool. I like the setup with Kobe.
I like Kobe, yeah. I like when I'm pretty
He's like
sure he
an honorary
reappears in
friend.
Alabasta, right? Or
Does
makes
he?
like
Oh,
he makes like a quick
they cut
reappearance.
to his training, right? At some point.
It's in one of the like cut-in chapters, like
No,
at the
Yeah.
beginning
I
of it,
don't
I'm
the
pretty
Marines
sure.
like show up to Alabasta like towards the end of it, or
I
like
don't think
after the fight's
Kobe
done,
is there though.
and Kobe just shows
They
up. No,
Logue, they call those things cover stories, by the way. With
Okay.
Buggy being like fucking
Yeah.
lost at sea and shit. Yeah.
Okay.
Oda
Cover
does those a
stories.
lot.
Gotcha.
um and they're important. I mean, you saw with Logtown, like how Buggy like was on that adventure and then suddenly reappeared.
Yeah, exactly.
But like I think like the cast of characters was fine in Romance Dawn. It's just setup. And everyone that wasn't set up was just kind of like mid. It gets like a 7 or 8 out of 10 if I include the first chapter.
Jayden, would you
Um,
like to give it a ranking?
yeah, give your ranking, Jay.
Romance Dawn. I'd give it a 7.
Okay.
Logue.
Romance Dawn. I give it a 7 as well, actually.
Okay, okay. Orange Town.
The way I
Uh,
look at it, it's not the greatest. It's not the worst, and it's not mid. It's pretty good.
Exactly.
Orange Town. I honestly, if I was reading this for the first time, I might have given it a 10. It gets a 9 just because I know One Piece gets better. um, but I want to come out the gate saying Orange Town gets a 9. Buggy is going to be the writer and me talking for a sec, so excuse my tangent. Buggy as a villain being immediately way more threatening and dangerous than somebody, even being a goofball that he is, being more of a threat than Alvita or Axehand, like, was such great setup for everything that follows after. And his design is a lot of fun, and him being the first character to have another devil fruit ability was also awesome. The choo choo dog food thing was fucking oh my god. Every time I read that like flashback, dude, I'm like, god damn. Not the dog, man.
Um, Buggy was my favorite villain until Crocodile.
Yeah, same. I think Kuro took it for me for a little bit, but Buggy was definitely like a lot of people's favorite villain is still Buggy for good reason. He's awesome. And
Thought he
then
was
like
alright.
we get I thought it was alright. Nami's intro here, I think it does great foreshadowing, which I honestly, that's one thing I got out of this reread. I forgot just how much they hint at what's coming in Arlong Park during this arc. Like, you get a bunch of setup, and Logan might have honestly missed it during his read through because he didn't know what was coming. But they talk about, like, Nami immediately is like already talking about how much she hates pirates and how much she like needs that map of the Grand Line and how much she like needs treasure. And like, and just the slight things she says tip readers off to what might be coming. And it's just, oh, the setup is so good.
It
Also
is.
Zoro has awesome fights in this.
I forget. Does do they go through Nami's backstory here, or is it
No,
in Along Park? Okay.
that's in Arlong Park. We
Okay.
again set up for how One Piece operates in the future. We get introduced to a major character, and we don't get their backstory for entire arcs later. It's crazy the amount of like setup they do, and in each subsequential arc, we get more hints that something's going on with Nami, but it kind of goes into the back burner for a little bit because you don't have any reason to suspect her really, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
that plot twist hasn't come yet, but when it comes, it's like, oh, I guess that makes sense. Like we were kind of told this ahead of time. Again, 9 out of 10. The only thing that I didn't like about the arc that I think Oda does a lot better with future arcs is the last fight. I think there's every fight in One Piece I feel has like iconic moments in it. I know Logue outside of the cast was saying like his favorite moments are like the downtime in between the fighting. And what I'm moments like that, like Luffy on top of Drum Castle with the flag, I feel like is like a mid-fight downtime moment. Those moments like make or break a fight in One Piece for me. And I feel like almost all of them have shit like that. Uh in Buggy's fight, it was when Buggy ruined Shanks' hat and like the Shanks flashback. But I feel like those that iconic for sure, definitely a little weak. And the final like Gum Gum Bazooka is like not the paneling is not as good as some future paneling.
I
And it's very
agree.
short. that fight is like 2 chapters.
Yeah, of all the fights that I've seen so far, I think the most impactful one is probably Arlong.
Yeah, Arlong or like end of Alabasta in
Either
the catacomb.
for me, it's either Arlong or uh Chopper's arc. I forgot
Chopper's Drum
what it's
Island.
called.
Yeah.
Drum Island. Yeah, that one.
Drum Island. I think of Don Krieg as well. Don Krieg's fight was prolonged a little bit
Yeah, that one.
with Pearl and Gin.
I thought the worst part about that one, I know it like gave closure to what was going to happen again, but I really didn't like the fact that Don Krieg got up again after he
Yeah,
got
I
knocked
know
out three
he
fucking
does keep
times or
getting up
whatever, and then he's
during
like,
that one.
"Whoa, we gotta kill the pirates!" And then Gin fucking uppercuts him and is like, "Nah, bro, we're leaving." Like, why?
Yeah.
That did not need to be there. Gin could have just either died or lived, and Don Krieg could have died as well, and it would have been a good close off to the arc. But nope.
Yeah, that one definitely drags for a little bit. That is another like small nitpick I have. And I'll re-bring it up when we get there. But what's your rankings for Orange Town? And if you have anything else to say, now is the time.
Jayden.
I give it a 6.
That's crazy.
I give
Blasphemy.
it a 7 again
Okay.
because
I
there's
don't feel
definitely
like
still better to come.
Orange Town was better than Romance Song.
That's fair.
That's fair.
I like Buggy. I think he is like one of the best villains. in One
I
Piece,
think
but it's
Orange
like
Town is more memorable to me than some of the stuff that happens in Romance Dawn, outside of Shanks, obviously. But that is also entirely subjective, and that's why we're ranking them. Loke, did you give? Oh, you did. You said 7,
I
right?
7 as well.
Yeah.
Yes, same as Romance Song.
Syrup Village. Uh, Loke, why don't you take this one, and then I'll give my piece on it.
All right. You want me to give the synopsis
No, you don't. Just
or
your
just
thoughts on it.
what I thought about it? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I thought that Usopp as a character got cemented pretty well in this arc. Mainly the fact that he only lies to bring joy to other people, pretty much, or entertain them. And that's important later on. Obviously, I just mentioned it already, the 5-ton hammer
Mhm.
bit that he does. But um I thought that the best part about this arc was it showed the I don't know, the formation of teamwork didn't really happen during Buggy because everyone was doing their own thing at certain points, and the only time they ever met up again was after Zoro carried the cage back to Nami. But in the Syrup Village arc, they actually like work together, and is we finally get to see the first time where Luffy's like, "Nah, I'll handle this guy," and Zoro's like, "Okay, then I'll handle these
Yeah.
guys." So I feel like this one was a little better than both of the last two, in my opinion. When the fact that it sets up another character, which is a plus, and it also develops the existing characters even more in a good way. So, and also Kuro's a good villain, and um, what the fuck is their name?
Kaya.
Kaya. Yes, Kaya is a cool character as well.
Kaya and the Usopp pirates
The
I adore.
Usopp's
yeah.
character, yeah.
Oh my god, the panel, the double spread of Usopp disbanding the crew. I forgot that happened. And I was at work when I read it and I was like, "Oh my god, I need like a moment."
Yeah, that's tough, bro. And the
Oh.
fact that I think the most endearing part about that entire goodbye was that that all happened before anyone woke up, and then they got home and their moms were like,
Yeah, what the
You
hell?
gotta go clean yourself up. Why do you smell like sweat or whatever?" And like
Yeah.
it was just like
It's
you
just
could
going
tell
to
what
be
they were
another
going
day.
through, but
Yeah.
they couldn't say anything because no one knew
Oh,
that Usopp left yet.
dude.
Damn. This one's
Yeah,
an 8 for
Syrup
me.
Village. Yeah, I'd give it an 8 as well.
Yeah. I liked Syrup Village a little bit more than I did Orange. Um, whatever it's called.
Orange Town.
Orange
Yeah.
Orange on, yeah.
So this might be a hot take, and I am fully prepared for it. The reason Usopp is like at the bottom of my list of the Straw Hat crew, um, is at least right now, out of all the character introductions up until Arlong or up until Baratie, I guess, I feel like out of Zoro, Nami, and Usopp, Usopp's was the weakest for me in terms of not in terms of like the information we get on the character, but in terms of like
how they're
I
set
don't
up.
I guess yeah, I don't even want to say that because it's not like Nami has like powers or anything. It's just kind of like
She can read a map.
yeah, it felt thank you. It felt very guided on what each character was going to do on the crew. And Usopp for a long time kind of doesn't have what he still even to this day is kind of shaky on what his role on the crew is. He's just kind of
I
like
know,
Luffy's
I mean, I
bro.
think that's
at
the
the
point of
beginning,
Usopp. It's just like he doesn't have a place, so he
yeah,
tries to fit in where he can.
everywhere, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like, because I know, like, at the beginning, uh, in one of the first episodes, after he gets Zoro, he's telling him, oh, we need a cook, we need a we need this. He's like,
Don't
he
get me
gets Zoro.
wrong.
He gets like, hey, we need navigator. We need this. We need that. We need
Is
and then I'm
Usopp?
pretty
I
sure he
think
says like, he said we needed like a jester or something, or something like that.
I don't think we need a musician.
Musician. Oh,
Musician, yeah.
musician is probably what it
Yeah.
was. And I
Um,
feel like that's
spoilers.
what. Yeah, well, I know who is the musician,
I'm trying to
but
see. I think I could be wrong. It might be Zoro, but I think Usopp counts as Luffy's like first mate.
Yeah, because Usopp was the captain of his pirates, and then when he went back to the ship, or when he went to
Who is
the
the
Going Merry,
Straw Hat's first mate? No, it's uh. There's no official first mate position on the crew.
well,
He's
Usopp is
never
technically the engineer because he makes the weapon for Nami and he helps
yeah,
for
but
with
a
not.
bit.
Oh
everything else.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's weird. It's hard to talk about
He also
without
has the
getting
goggles,
further in. He is right now. He like Jay said, he's kind of just filling spots. Um,
bruh.
but that.
that was Logan that said that,
That
Oh,
was
my bad.
me,
My bad.
bruh.
and
Oh,
I
my
was
bad.
like,
My bad.
Logan was having trouble for.
And he finished my
Trying
sentence
was it,
for
and I
me, and
finished the sentence.
apparently that's just stealing
Yeah,
my
yeah, he got the
entire
credit.
thought.
That's for
He
getting the
got the
kill, and you got the
trademark for
assist.
it. That's true.
Um,
All right, I assisted. That's all right.
I think this conversation kind of gets my point across of he feels like he doesn't have a very solid place on the crew. Not in terms of like likability. I obviously like the character and I think he's funny and I love a
He
lot
just
of his
doesn't have a
moments. It's
specific
just
job.
yeah, and out of I think a lot of the other crewmates are very well thought out outside of him. I feel
Yeah,
like
that's
he's
fair.
always just kind of like he's very often he's played up for laughs in situations or he can't like be a part of
He is
like
like the
some of the
jester.
bigger moments. Yeah.
Even though I know Luffy doesn't say he needs one, but he is pretty much the jester.
Um, but yeah, no, Syrup Village is like an 8.
Yeah.
Kuro is my favorite East Blue villain for sure. I love oh, what a great setup for a villain and like very believable. Uh I love that he's just like I love his like all the villains in East Blue, I mean all the villains in One Piece in general are like always pitted up against Luffy in terms of like personality and like how do they bounce off each other? How's one like an antithesis to the other? But I feel like Kuro, the line where Luffy says like, "If you didn't want to be infamous, then why did you become then you shouldn't have become a pirate or some shit like that." Like, oh, great setup. Great setup.
And it also foreshadows Vivi being part of Baroque Works just for trying to find out who the leader is and stop them from taking over
Yep,
Alabasta because Kuro has been doing that for longer than Vivi pretty much. Or not as long as Vivi, but it's the same premise.
it's great. And I mean Luffy and Vivi don't get along at one point because for that very reason. Like
Yeah.
Luffy's like you got to be more, you know, direct in what you want. Luffy's very like driven as a character.
Yeah, and
Um,
like at the beginning,
and he
he's
butts
like,
heads with people who don't
with
or who
with
aren't.
everyone. Like at the beginning, he's like, "You're gonna join my pirate crew." Like, no, I don't want to. Well, you're gonna join.
No,
Like
you're
you ain't
going
got
to
a
join,
choice. You're
dude.
joining. Especially with Nami. Now he's like, I don't want to be part of no pirate crew.
Oh,
I fucking hate pirates.
I
Oh,
fucking
you
hate
join my
pirate.
crew. Like he just makes the decision for them.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
asking
you're
to come
joining.
on to join his crew, and the guy's like, "Bro, I'm literally in a chest. What do you want from me?" It's
That was like, oh yeah, yeah,
it's funny. Um, Baratier, Jay, how'd you like your boy Sanji?
Wow, we're gonna make
I like.
Jay
Listen,
explain the chapter of the character he
Yeah,
hates
yeah,
the most.
at this point, I like Sanji. It's when Sanji joins the crew is when in the anime he gets worse with the
yeah.
simping.
That's fair.
I agree.
I
It takes a bit for him to get there.
I think he's. How do I explain it? He's not too too bad at this point. And like, I'm trying to think. Who's the one that boards the restaurant that he's on? That he works at.
Don Krieg.
Fuck. Don Krieg. Yes.
Well, first
I
it's
like Don
Gin,
Krieg as a
and then Gin goes back to Don Krieg and tells him, "Oh,
Yeah.
they can give us
Yeah.
food," and then Don Krieg betrays him.
I like Don Krieg. I think he was a pretty good villain.
I think he's the weakest villain out of the whole East Blue lineup, but I don't hate him. Like he's fine. I like some of his. I like Geen more than I like Don Krieg, obviously. I don't. His set of like shit he did was just kind of like whatever to me.
I mean, he had the giant cannonball of poison, though.
MH5 gas bomb. So stupid.
I would rate this arc
I love the setup for Baratier
7.
before we start rating. I think Baratier is like a 9. Even an 8. I'll bring it down in 8 because of the end fight being dragged on. But like, you forget how much is in Baratier. I think like we get Zoro versus Mihawk, which is one of the best, but maybe one of the best scenes in all of One Piece. Like
That's
it's
crazy.
fucking.
Did not like it that much.
What? You didn't like Zoro versus Mihawk?
Nah.
That's crazy.
I
Oh,
like.
that's part of
Yeah,
Zoro's backstory, right?
Yeah, well, no, he
Oh,
literally
yeah.
No, it
fights
happens
Mihawk at
on the thing.
Baratier.
Like Mihawk
Yeah.
shows up.
Oh, yeah.
I think the
That's like
only
our-
reason
I
that
completely forgot
happened
about
was
that.
for Mihawk to go back to Shanks and tell him that Luffy's on the going to the Grand Line. That's like the only reason I think that happened. And
Well, then
also
how else
because
was he supposed to find out?
Yeah,
because
so-
Zoro already had his backstory set up to where he wanted to become the greatest swordsman, and Mihawk was literally just like he was a combination of an ego test and a resolve test for Zoro, which he's gonna get there no matter what. You know what I mean? Like he already had the
I guess I
backstory
think it's
going for him.
important. I respect your opinion on it, obviously. But I have the opinion that I think it sets up Zoro's character so much better because up until that point, he's only ever won through like absurd odds. Like when he gets cut in Orange Town through the stomach by Buggy, he should not be fighting past that point, realistically. But he keeps doing it because he's like fucking superhuman. But when he goes down at Baratier and he has to like swear to Luffy that he's never going to lose again, man, that all I'm saying is
I mean,
that's
yeah,
a promise. And
the moment itself is amazing, and I like it a lot. I just don't think
don't like the like.
I don't think it's the best thing to happen.
Way he
Not
could
the
have
best
gone.
thing to happen, but I don't think it was needed in that specific part of the story. I feel like they
Fair.
could have had Mihawk versus Zoro a little bit later on. Like for instance, maybe right before his fight with Mr. One, where he has to improve a bunch, he goes up against him because Mihawk is investigating Crocodile, but he finds the Straw Hats first. And then he has to go back to Shanks and be like, Luffy is in Alabasta right now or whatever. And he could have fought him there before then. And then as Zoro's like, recovering, he faces Mr. One and he's like, well, actually, I just recently went up against someone who's far greater than you. So I think I got this. Like if I can beat you, I'm one step closer to beating him. Something like that. I don't know. I just feel like this point in the story, it wasn't needed.
Do you know what I think it was? Zoro really doesn't have a fight in Baratier outside of Mihawk. And I think this was Oda's way of giving him some limelight while in that arc.
That's fair. But I also don't think everyone needs to have a fight in every arc.
No, I agree with that sentiment. Does Shonen Jump agree with that sentiment is the problem.
Well, actually, I think I know what it was. The freaking first popularity poll, Zoro won it. So obviously, Oda had to put him in there somewhere.
I don't know. I still like it. I like
it.
Mihawk's character too. Mihawk's really cool, but I get it. I understand where you're coming from. I get where you're coming from. We also get Yosuke and Johnny.
True.
Shout out to those guys. So funny. Just the homie gets scurvy, and they're just gotta be. They think he's dying. We get
Well, I
that.
mean,
We get
scurvy can
Nami's.
kill you. I mean,
No, it can. It can. It's just funny that Nami's like, you guys are fucking morons.
yeah.
And then we get Nami set up for Arlong Park. She just ditches them. Great setup. I like all the moving pieces of Baratie. I think it really makes it work. And also
the
like the
old
way
man.
they end up. Yeah, Zeph. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Sanji's backstory.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was awesome. He eats his own
yeah.
foot to keep Sanji
Oh.
alive, and there was no food in his bag. That was awesome.
Did you pick up on this might have just been me because fuck. I don't know if it is Gin that does it. I think it is. I may have just picked up on it because I knew what the scene looked like going into it in my reread. But there's a panel where Gin, I'm 100% like 99% positive it's Gin that does this. Hits the same pose that Sanji does as he's leaving the Baratie. And like when Gin's first appearance, when he's like begging for food, and I'm like, oh my god, Oda, you dog. Why you didn't have to do that.
I don't think I noticed that.
Yeah, it's very quick and you miss it. But I like it's very iconic. Like that is probably my favorite send off for a main character out of everyone is Sanji's goodbye to the Baratie.
Yeah.
It's very,
I
very
mean,
good.
you can tell where my thoughts lay on
Oh,
that as
well,
well.
Drum Island, I'm sorry. I forgot Chopper existed. But like second place is Sanji.
Well, Sanji's, I mean, Chopper's was way more sad than Sanji's, but I still think Sanji's had like the right mixture of everyone else was sad, but Sanji was trying not to like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Chopper's was just
We also
straight up
have
like, damn.
I'm not gonna include Vivi in the lineup because she's not a main crew
No.
member, but like Vivi would have won. God damn. Uh, Jay, did you rate Baratie?
Think I don't even remember anymore.
Well, rate it again just in
Yeah.
case.
How did you feel about the Mihawk
I'm
fight?
pretty sure it was an 8.
Okay,
Pretty sure I
okay.
gave it an 8.
Well, I gave it a 7. So there we go. We all rated it.
Well, I guess we're at Arlong Park. It's hard for me to give my opinion on Arlong Park right now because I haven't gotten to the point where I'm rereading it yet. But just off my memory, I remember Arlong when Logue, I think we said it in the episode, but like when Logue was starting One Piece, I was like, you'll get to Arlong Park and know whether or not you want to stick with the story, and I still think that holds true. I feel like Arlong Park is the first real, like,
Test.
yeah, like emotional, like where we're going with the story and like what Oda's trying to do with it, kind of vibe.
Yeah. I mean, I was already hooked at that point because of Sanji and everything that happened with him, so. But I think Arlong Park was top tier. I think it's a 9 for me.
A 9, fair.
Yeah.
Usopp
it's
gets
9
like
for
a
me
main
too.
fight. Yeah.
I think
I
the
would.
best part about it was I know this happened in our DMs, but I messaged you like the screenshots of it and you
Yeah,
were like,
Luffy helped
"Well,
me.
you made it.
Yeah.
You made it there." The most iconic one of the most iconic
Yeah,
scenes, the
iconic
walk to
moments
Arlong
in
Park.
anime in ever is the
Yeah.
walk to Arlong Park. Like,
Basically,
oh my
every time I
god.
hit a checkpoint and send a screenshot to Nate, he's like, "Now here's how it happens in the anime."
Yep.
Or here's an animation of it happening. But yeah,
It's
that
just
was fucking awesome. And the fact that she asks for a tattoo of a pinwheel and tangerine at the end,
instead, yeah.
so cool. I want to get that tattoo, bro.
The Arlong's fight too was great. Like the main that's a fair tattoo to get.
No,
I
you know
want
what?
that.
We should get the X's on our
I was
arm.
gonna say the X for sure.
All 3 of us should get the X's once we're finished reading One Piece. We all make an appointment, do a vlog.
Oh God.
We just all get the X. We just walk
Yeah,
out.
exactly. We
Get
walk out.
Luffy's,
And
But
put
then
our
we
get
need-
hands
but wait,
Luffy's
no.
original Jolly Roger.
We need. How many people is it? It's Nami.
6 because VV doesn't count. It's
Well,
Nami.
no, I'm saying, but no, in that scene, we got Nami,
Zoro. We
Usopp,
have everyone up until
Zoro.
Chopper.
Zoro,
And
Nami,
honestly, you should
Luffy,
count
Zoro,
Vivi and
Chopper.
Karu in there too, because they have the X's.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And we'd have 2 people be in the back with the X.
Ugh.
I just like going to that to be like, yeah, I want an X. And
I want an
then,
X.
Imagine
They'll
like,
know.
See,
They'll understand.
They would understand if they
but what if it's someone that doesn't watch it? Never what? Like,
if
watch
they
One
watch
Piece. I'd just be like, watch One Piece. You'll
Yeah.
understand.
Exactly.
Stupid. You'll get it. Dumbass.
You'll get it. Just watch One Piece.
Jesus.
I want my X to look good. I don't want shitty ass looking X.
What we get? Fucking is it Gizo or Ginzo? The pinwheel guy
Yeah.
in
Ginzo.
Arlong Park. He's
Gin-
pretty cool. He doesn't do a lot, but he's cool. I like his
Ginzo?
character.
I don't know.
Nojiko, Bellamy,
Yeah, no Chico.
or not
Yeah.
Bellamere. I'm
Bellamy.
sorry.
I was gonna
Bellamere.
say.
Um,
Um,
Nami's backstory, in full now.
Oh.
Pretty good.
yes.
I love that was heartbreak. Yeah, heartbreaking. I think it's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah, or like you understanding why Nami is the way she is and like why
Yeah.
she had to betray the Straw Hats. Yeah, very. I think very well done by Oda. Like considering the whole saga was leading up to this moment, like I think it was a masterclass. I think he did a very good job, and he only gets better. It's fucking crazy. Like you think he was being like, and I'm obviously talking rhetorically here, but like if you think he was sly about setting Nami up during these arcs, you should see the shit he does with like even bigger bombs being dropped later in the story that we're getting set up for right now. It's so nuts. He just keeps doing that shit. He can't keep getting
Is it all of us
away
or
with
just
it.
Nate? Okay, no, it's
It
just
was
me.
that one was just Nate.
I think that was me. I don't know where I got cut off.
Well, you
He
finished
just
it.
can't.
And
You just
then,
can't keep
like
getting away
5
with it.
seconds
Oh.
later, you said, "Keep
Is-
getting away with this." So
Sure.
we heard it all.
Arlong Park second. Arlong Park.
Arlong Park.
9.
Arlong Park.
Loketown, low-key is like one of my favorite arcs.
Me?
What? Okay,
He
shut
said
up.
Logan.
Bro was waiting
Loketown?
all day for that.
I was, but no, I'm kidding. I wasn't. I just came up with that.
I love everything that happens in this arc, from Smoker and Tashigi's introduction to going someplace, having the rite of passage to the Grand Line, being where Roger was executed is fucking brilliant. Like,
And Luffy just
what a
going
setup.
up there and being like, "Hey, this is cool," and everyone's like, "Get down from there, young man."
Yeah, and then getting tricked by Buggy and almost dying.
And then
Oh my
somebody
God.
saves him.
So at this point, we don't know. You don't know who that is yet, right?
I don't know.
Okay, you'll get an explanation at some
It's
point.
Whitebeard.
But Whitebeard. Just that moment. One of the reasons I told you not to watch the latest opening of One Piece, which for listeners at home, that's Carmine, is because we see I can't believe they did this. And maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm crazy, but everyone I talk to seems to agree that this is what they did. They gave confirmation to a theory that happened at Loketown, a fan theory of what happened that day when the lightning struck at that podium in the opening. That hasn't been explained in the manga, like in explicit detail. We just kind of have an idea that this happened, but we see it explicitly in the opening. And I was like, they can't read this. They can't be watching this. This is too much. Crazy stuff.
Well, I still haven't watched it, so
I love Buggy and Alvita coming back, obviously. I think Logtown's like a 10 for me. Zoro getting
I think
the
it's
cursed sword too.
yeah, that was fucking. I had the screenshot of that on my MacBook, and I wanted to send it to you so bad. Where he's like, well, let's see if I'm
Yep. If
lucky
I'm
enough,
lucky.
and then he just flips it up and it goes around his arm. Yeah, that makes it a 9 for me. That was such a cool scene.
I love the setup with Tashigi too and him.
Yeah, how she looks just like
Yeah.
what's her name from his childhood.
I know who you're talking about, but I can't remember her name. I forget. Her name is Kuina.
Kuina, yeah, Shimotsuki.
Well, how'd you guys feel about? Yeah, I guess you just gave it a 9, Jay. What's your rating?
Logtown, I'll probably give it an 8.
And
I don't think it's as good as Alabasta.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, that's fair. Yeah.
I can't really put it. See, that's the problem with like Rick out of time. It's like I can't put it at
That's
the
why
same
I'm
level as
like,
Alabasta.
if there's something that happens later that we get a revelation for, I'm gonna let that impact my rating for an arc. But for the most part, I'm trying to be as like self-contained as possible and be like, all right, what happened in this arc? Was it baller or was it lame?
Not
Lawler?
baller.
Not baller.
Noller.
Not not it, Chief. And I think Logtown just has, dude. Smoker has one of the coolest power sets in the whole fucking story, in my opinion. I love that. I love his design. I love him as like a recurring antagonist. Because he's not even like a
He's an
villain.
anti-hero. He's not
Yeah,
an antagonist.
that's what I'm saying. Like, he's so cool. Like, we get more of him in Alabasta too. Like, I think he's awesome. It's definitely not the last time we see him either. He's just kind of like a character we follow at this point. Very cool stuff. In my opinion, Reverse Mountain, which is them crossing through Red Line,
It's when they see the
into the
giant
Grand
whale.
Line. Yeah,
They
Laboon.
get swallowed. They get swallowed by the
Yeah,
giant whale.
this is one of those arcs that like you don't really fully appreciate until there's context later. Dude, excuse me. I think they tell us who Crocus is, right?
I think so.
I don't remember.
Yeah. That, who do you think he is, Logan? Like, what did they say his like
That's the
role
old
was?
guy, right?
Yeah.
Well, his role at that point was to protect Laboon.
Yeah, but what
from-
was his like past role?
His past role was the lighthouse. No.
No, maybe
Oh no,
they
he was the
don't.
pirate. No, he was the pirate captain of that crew that took
Mm,
in Laboon. No,
no. Okay. They don't say.
I could just
Interesting.
be misremembering,
I,
and they
I don't
did, and
want to
I just
say it because it's a
forgot.
spoiler if they didn't say it. But he's definitely like an important character, and like Laboon is also like that. Again, I don't want to. I've said too much. This is an arc where I said like Oda will set shit up and then return to it
It's like, oh yeah, I
fucking
forgot
years
about
down
that.
the line. Not even that he forgot about it, just that like it was just like a holy shit moment.
It's like,
Was that really a part
hold
of
on,
that
I
setup?
like, hold on, I like, no, go back to this in 3 years.
Genuinely, this is one of those arcs where people said
Blow
like,
Nate's
"Oh,
mind.
this is filler," and then you read on, and years later, it's like that was not filler. That shit was
Yeah.
important as hell.
But it was like, I gotta blow this kid Nate's mind in the future.
Yeah.
Write that down real quick.
Cool. I mean, we get introduction to VV here as well as Miss Wednesday, right? That was pretty
Oh
poggers.
yeah.
She's like in Laboon.
Mm-hmm.
Whiskey Peak is also just a very quick arc. I think
I feel like we can skip over like literally all of these besides
all of these up
Lily Garden
until
and Drum
Drum
Island.
Island. Yeah.
Drum Island. Yeah,
That's where
'cause-
I'm at too.
Yeah.
It just there's some small stuff that happens in these arcs. Like it's just mainly the intro to VV and Igurum and Karu.
Yeah.
And we get
I love Karu.
just Baroque Works intro as well. I love Karu as well. We get some cool devil fruits. We get the booger bomb guy. We
Yeah,
get
Mr. Five.
Mr. Five. Let's see if I remember her name. Miss Sunday? Is
Miss
that no?
All
Miss All Sunday
Sunday
is Robin.
is
What what's the
Mr. Nine,
the
Miss
lemon
Wednesday.
girl? What's her
Oh,
I
is it
forget what
Wednesday?
her title was,
No,
but
Wednesday's Vivi.
yeah, Wednesday's Vivi.
is it Father's Day?
Uh,
Mrs. Father's Day or some shit?
No, Miss Special Week I know is the Miss Golden Week. Sorry, is the kid at Little Garden. Miss Valentine is her name, and Miss Merry
Aha.
Christmas was the mole chick. But Miss Valentine was cool. I liked her power set. Like that.
Oh, Mrs. Monday was
And
crazy, bro.
Miss Monday was Miss Monday was awesome. It's just that's what I'm saying. Like these arcs were quick, but like there's a lot of good stuff in them. Little Garden, Dory and Broggy, bro.
Oh,
Our
that was my first like 10 arc. That I loved that arc
dude.
so much. That's a 10
Another
out of 10
arc.
for me.
Oh,
I'm
it's a
not gonna
10
lie.
right now. It'll be a fucking 12 for you in the future, brother, because shit that happened in this arc, we're getting payoff right now in the manga.
Holy
It's
shit.
crazy. I'm telling
That's
you.
insane.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Another
this
reason
was
why I
my
told you
10
not to
out of
watch the
10,
opening.
bro. Them using the weapons at the very end and being like, drive straight. Just keep going straight. And
yeah.
everyone's like, Luffy, what are we supposed to do? And he's like, well, we're going straight, right? That's what they told us to do. And then
That's what
everything just fucking dies. They get a hole punch through it. It's so
Yep.
cool.
Ikaku Sovereign. Huge move. And foreshadowing. Great work. Mr. 3. I love Mr. 3. He's such a cool I
The
think
Candle
out of
Man.
the Candleman, out of
well,
all
Mr.
the
Two is the
Baroque
goat.
Works guys, for sure. I think the main headliners for Baroque Works, from Mr. 3 onward are all awesome. Outside of Mr. 4 was the baseball guy.
Yeah.
In Miss Merry Christmas were like whatever, but the dog was funny.
Yeah, the dog was funny. The fucking
But everyone else after that, I really, really like. The fuck? Now I got. By the way, when I'm looking for these names, I'm referencing the fucking TCG. Like I'm looking through my binders.
Oh, I'm just on like a
I'm on the
wiki
wiki.
page.
What
Miss
is
Golden Week
the?
was pretty fucking awesome.
What's the girl? Miss Golden. Yeah, I love Miss Golden Week as well. The painter chick.
Yeah.
What was the girl that fights Nami in Alabasta?
Double
I
Finger.
can't remember.
Miss Double
Double
Finger.
Finger. Yes, Miss
Yeah.
Double
And
Finger
her
was
real
also really
name
cool.
was started with a P, doesn't it?
I would tell you, but
Zala, I
I'm
guess.
unfortunately, yeah, something like that. I have her
Oh,
card in a deck
Paula.
somewhere.
Yeah, okay.
Her and Mr. 1 were awesome. Obviously, Mr. 2 was a fucking keeper. I love that Mr. 2 doesn't get a partner because he fills both roles.
Yeah.
Oh, I
It's
didn't even
fucking
realize
brilliant.
that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Also, I would like to point out that upon my searching for I forgot what I was searching for. It was either on Etsy or something else, but I came across a picture. Oh, I was trying to figure out what her real name was, like Miss Doublefinger. I
Double
was trying to
Finger.
figure out
Yeah.
what she was called outside of Baroque Works, and as like the bartender woman, because that's who she was, and then she revealed herself. And I got spoiled. I thought Nami was just like straight up gonna fucking almost die. But then when I read it, it was actually the light refractions that she made with the
Yeah.
sap. And I could just saw a picture of her with a bunch of spikes sticking out of her, and I was like, what the fuck?
Alabasta is the first. We jumped a little bit over Drum Island, and we'll go back to it. But Alabasta is like the first time where we get like power-ups for the characters. Like they start to scale upwards because they have to. They don't have a choice. Like
Yeah.
they're going up against the first warlord that Not the first warlord that they've seen, but like the first warlord that's like opposing them actively.
Isn't
And
this where
it's
they also get Luffy's first bounty? Is it on?
yep, they get a bounty
It's
at the end of
before
Alabasta,
Alabasta.
I'm pretty sure. Oh, is it right
Yeah,
They
they
get
get
before?
no.
100 million.
Luffy's is when after Alabasta when Luffy's
Or
rises to
no,
like
it might be in
insane
Whiskey
number.
Peak, right? Because they try to get him
In
for his
Whiskey
bounty.
Peak, they go up to 30 million, and then after
Yeah.
Alabasta,
Something like
they're at
that.
100 because in Jaya, I
Yeah,
just got to the part where they're like, he's worth more. They're both worth
Yeah.
more than you,
Yeah.
And Bellamy doesn't believe it. Yeah.
Bellamy, and he's like, "Ooh," and then Luffy fucking almost kills him in one punch, and
One of my
everyone's like,
oh my god, one of my
"Want to
all-time
see me
favorite
land a
moments.
punch?"
You
That was
asked me
so
if I knew
cool.
how to
There's
throw a
one
punch.
scene. There's one scene from now is I don't remember. I think it's already part of the Alabasta arc, or maybe it's earlier, where they're I forgot who finds Mr. Two's house.
Yeah, I
Like
think you're
his
thinking of
little
Little
like
Garden.
that little
Mr.
garden.
Three's
Mr.
candle
Three's house,
house.
Is it
right?
Mr. Three?
Yeah,
It's
because
Sanji that
Sanji
I
finds it.
forget whose
knows
house it
him.
is. And yeah, and then like the phone rings and Sanji's just like talking to I think he's talking
Croc,
to
yeah.
Mr.
Crocodile.
Zero. Oh, it's the crocodile.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
And
they're both the
it's
same
like,
person.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's like, I'm like, how the fuck you not know? Like, this is not your guy's voice. Like,
It's
Well,
funny.
he
I
he
feel like he
probably hasn't
does.
met them. He probably hasn't met them enough times to recognize their voice because he's unknown to all of them. He probably just sends somebody else to tell them what to do. You know, like he sends
They
Robin to
meet
tell them what to do.
in they do meet in Alabasta, but I can't remember if it's the
But
first time
when
they're
they
meeting or
went to
something
the
like that.
when they went to the spider whatever to get picked up to go to the casino, they all
Yeah.
were like, "Oh, well, we've never actually seen his face. This is the first time he's revealing himself to us." So he's probably never interacted
he
with
never
them
talked to him on the
Yeah,
outside of
phone.
because
that.
he can't risk because of his whole utopia plan. He can't risk being found out before the revolution starts in Alabasta. So that makes sense.
I mean, he
Um,
should at least know what he sounds like, but at the same time, I can see
yeah,
like you're on a snail phone, like you're talking through a snail. Like, how the
the
fuck does that
transponder
even
Those
snails.
are
work?
Yeah,
hilarious.
let's go back to Drum Island, real quick. We did Chopper and Dr. Hiruluk a crazy disservice.
Yeah, we did.
Uh, this is
Well, I did
an
jump back to the
all-timer
little
one for
garden.
me.
This
That's
is
true. That's true.
another 10 for me.
Yeah, another easy 10. Easy 10.
The
And
nine.
Wapple isn't even like, and shoot him. Get rid of Jay's out of here.
Wait, what
Wapple
did he
isn't
rate it?
even like a 9. How dare he?
Oh, okay. I mean, that's fair. I thought he gave it like a 5 or something. I would have castrated him on the spot.
Wapple's like a nothing villain, but like he's funny, so he gets points in that respect. And like all the setup for Chopper is awesome.
I think he
Like,
has my favorite
Yeah.
backstory out of all the
yeah,
Straw Hat
easily.
Pirates by far.
Uh, he doesn't. Out of where I am right now, he doesn't have my number one spot, but like for the time, absolutely. Like,
Oh yeah.
oh my god, dude. I remember like reading that for the first time. Oh my god. I think I actually cried when Chopper at the very end with the Sakura blossoms or whatever.
Great. Yeah.
Or the cherry whatever that oh my god. When the first time I saw that scene, I couldn't believe it. So iconic. Um and then Luffy asking him to shut up and join his crew. Also iconic. Fucking Dr. Kareen, also a like staple character. She's so cool. I
Isn't
enjoyed
it
her character a
Korea?
lot during Kur uh
Korea,
she
right?
I think
Korea, something like
yeah,
that.
you're right, but I think the voice actor for Chopper pronounces it that way.
Okay.
So that's might be why I said it like that. At least the dub one.
Gotcha.
Or
Going
he
back
calls
now.
her Dr. Reen, I think.
I
And that might
completely
be where
forgot. We forgot about to talk about the Giants.
No, we did. We just
No, you
ranked
were
it a
zoned
10 and
out.
said let's move
Oh, I
on.
was on that.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
Basically.
yeah.
we went
No,
very
we
fast
did
in that arc.
actually.
We gave it a 10.
But still, it's a 10. That's
Well,
Yeah.
going back
God
to it,
tier arc.
I love the voice acting in the dub for him.
Yeah, same. Dude,
For
Dory and Froggy
Froggy
are
and
actually some of the best characters in One Piece, like Loki. They're awesome.
not even like actually at the point I'm at right now, they're probably in my top 5.
They're funny and also insanely badass. Like they what more could you want out of a One Piece character?
Yeah.
All right, now back.
Yeah,
Back
hell
to the
back
Oh,
to Drum
chapter.
Island.
Alabasta, right?
Again,
Oh,
I just want to say like Drum Island just in terms of like environment too, like again, another thing Oda sets up
It's
that
different.
like on the Grand Line, you can have vastly different environments on islands back to back. Like we got a complete Arctic island and then go straight to a desert.
Yeah.
true.
Great setup there. And like the like habitat and like the animals we get introduced to, like the lapin and the fucking hippo and a
Hmm.
hiking bear in Drum Island, like all of those are pretty iconic. Maybe the hippo not so much, but the lapin and the hiking bear for sure. And we get the dugongs, the kung fu dugong, and Alabasta. We get
Yeah,
Luffy's
I
fucking disciple.
the setup for whatchamacallit, um, Drum Island is also pretty good, like Nami getting
Yep,
seasick or whatever,
sick.
or is not sick because of what everyone thinks it is, but because of like the insects or whatever
Yo,
Yeah.
because she hasn't
that
eaten some.
infected
I've
her.
she no, it's because they don't eat fruits and vegetables for like a while. At least that's what it is
No,
in the anime.
it explained it in the
Yeah,
manga
I
as
think it's
when they
different
were
in the
in the
manga.
island,
It's
when they were
different.
on when they were in Little Garden, there was like a bunch of bugs or whatever. It was either Little Garden or oh no, it had to
It was
be.
probably Little Garden.
Little
Yeah.
Garden when they were in the jungle or whatever, Nami got stung by something or whatever and it infected her and no one knew what was going on, so everyone was trying to treat it like it was just normal cold or scurvy or whatever. And then when they finally make it to the castle, uh Dr. Reen, is that how Chopper pronounces it?
Kureha. But yeah, Dr.
Reen?
Rain.
Yeah. She's like, yeah, you were stung by something or bit by something or whatever, and it just implants this poison in you, and nobody realizes it until they die. So that's what it was in the manga, at least.
Yeah. That was a great setup. Luffy climbing up or who was it that climbed up? Was it Luffy that climbed up
Luffy,
the
yeah,
mountain
because he had
with
Sanji on his
yeah, Sanji and Nami,
and
right?
Nami.
He has like
Yeah.
two people. Yeah. Um Vivi as well was awesome in Drum Island. Uh
Also foreshadowing because Sanji tells Luffy not to fight because everything will be felt by Nami, and then Nami telling Luffy and Zoro not to fight in Jaya
yeah.
because you know, they don't want to bring everyone, running
Into
to
it.
them.
Yep. Yep. That's a running theme in One Piece for sure. That keeps coming up. Uh Alabasta.
9
One
out
of
of
the
10.
that's fair. I would also give it a 9 out of 10 only because I think it's a little too long at parts. But I
Yeah, me
think
too.
everything it does is peak.
I think it also
Getting
cuts away a little too much, like back and
yeah,
forth. You
it's
know what I mean?
this is if Arlong Park was like the setup for the length of emotional beats that we're willing to go to for these characters, then Alabasta is the setup for like get ready because now that the crew is established, this is the level of detail we're going to go into for every arc after this. Like this
Yeah.
is the Sky Island is going to do this. Water 7 is going to do this. Thriller Bark is going to do this. Like literally every single one. And even to that degree, none of them do it, in my opinion, to the extent Alabasta does it until they get all the way to Dressrosa later on. Um, but like just super in depth, and you are here to stay for a little bit, and you're getting to learn these characters' backstories and stuff like that. The water, that one village where like the guy in the well or whatever,
Oh yeah, the
Koza,
old man.
Yeah. I'm thinking about Cobra, King Cobra. Like, they're just a lot of characters getting introduced, and even
And Pell.
mainstays like Pell. Oh my god, when Pell fucking sacrifices himself, dude.
Yeah, that's
Holy shit.
awesome, bro.
Wow, what a great
The
moment.
first character to like actually visibly die in front of our eyes is
Yeah.
Pell. Like everyone else
Um
is kind of left up to interpretation, but him, he just got fucking nuked, bro. If Pell comes back later in the story and he's like, "I am the D in Gold D Roger," like I will hate One Piece.
oh,
No shot,
Spoiler:
he's
D
alive.
stands for
okay,
There's
okay,
no
D-Snows.
way he's alive. Tell me, you can spoil this to me right now. Is Pell alive?
he is alive, but
Oh
he's
my
not.
god, I hate One Piece.
It's not to the
I'm
extent
kidding.
you're thinking.
Oh,
They
he's
don't
like
do
a
the
spirit. Okay.
yeah.
He's using the Force. Come on,
I agree.
he
That
got
was
that
definitely
training
a
from
moment where I was
Qui-Gon.
like, "What?" Uh,
Dude, oh my god, I can't believe he's in
we
not in the
to
way
be
that I
fair,
think, but
we also don't get that information for a very, very long time. Like, long enough to where you might even forget who he is when they show him again. It's just
oh,
kind
I
of
bet
played up
you
for
I
like
know what
a
happens.
okay, okay.
I bet Robin like, throws him with her hands and like grabs the bomb or whatever, some shit. I don't know.
I'm
That's
gonna be
just
honest,
my
I don't even remember if they explain it, but
bro. That's even worse. Oh
they
my
definitely do.
god, bro.
Um, Shaka was cool too, the like Anubis guy.
Yeah, no,
Um,
he's cool.
we get
I think
Ace's introduction here.
one of my favorite parts about that whole like storming the Capitol thing arc part was how all of them were dressed in cloaks so nobody could see who was Vivi, and then Vivi and Karoo were just waiting until they all got dragged into fights,
Yeah,
and then they went up, and then that was also another one of my top panels, like top 3 panels, was when they were like, well, should we show them who we really are? And then it was just like all of them taking off their cloaks at the same time and then being like, it's not Vivi or whatever, like sticking out their tongues.
yeah. I so many like 10 out of 10 panels in Alabasta. I'm thinking Mr. Prince's reveal with Sanji at Rain Dinners or
Oh
Rain
hell
Diner.
yeah,
Dude,
that was
what a
awesome.
that part was so fire. I still think about Mr. Prince to this day. Fucking I'm trying to think Zoro's like final attack against Mr. One. Iconic.
Oh yeah,
The lion
but
song or
through
whatever.
steel I can finally, or I think
Yeah.
this is how you do it, or something like that.
He literally says like he just leveled up or some shit like that.
He does.
Um
He's like, I gained max aura on that fight.
Croc, obvious dude. Croc and Miss All Sunday. Um and even before I want to like save those two for last, but like Smoker Tashigi reappearing here and Tashigi getting like so much more spotlight than you would expect her to get in this arc was awesome. Her like bringing in the conflict cuz this is our first time where like politics are really brought into it. And that's I see my things red. Was I talking correctly there? Like did you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Uh this is the first time, and Oda does this a lot. This is a major part of One Piece. It's like the politics between like these kingdoms and islands and like the Marines and the Navy. And this is the first time it really comes into play is during Alabasta because it's like Croc is gaming the system here. And Tashigi isn't blind and stupid. She sees that, but like also at the same time she has a job to do. And it's so like I love the depth that these just one side character gets during a single arc of One Piece is phenomenal. And then when they're leaving Alabasta, Smoker and Tashigi's conversation's awesome. Just some great stuff. Uh, Croc and Miss All Sunday. So give me your guys' takes on both of those characters. Because I obviously 11 out of 10s for both of them. I loved them a lot during that arc.
I think that
Maybe
Crocodile.
Miss All Sunday is like an 8. Now I'm thinking about it. She doesn't do an insane amount, but I think she's awesome in general.
Yeah, I can
So
agree with that.
yeah, before we learn that she is, well, before the Straw Hats learn that she is Robin, um, I think she's a 9 out of 10 for me. And Crocodile, actually, you know what? I kind of think they're both 9 out of 10s because
Fair.
Crocodile has that straight up like villain trope where he just does not deal with the people that he's supposed to deal with. You know what I mean? Like the classic, oh well, there's nothing you can do to get out of this situation, so I'm just gonna
Yeah,
do what I
I
have to go do, and then they get
to,
out,
to be fair to
obviously.
Croc, I feel like Luffy like fucking definitely pulled one out of his ass. Like
Oh yeah,
after that first fight, he should not have gotten back up. That was definitely a Croc won that fight 100% moment in any other story.
for me,
Like in the desert, or
Yeah, in the desert. Because doesn't he like throw him in fucking quicksand or some shit after
some
yeah,
that?
like
Like
but
the
that.
dude
Robin
just
Yeah,
saves
fucking
him.
yeah. Again, he got bullshitted out of that situation. Like Croc definitely did his job there. Oh man, I love how like the only thing I thought was kind of a lame pull for him to do was the poison thing in his hook. But like it
Yeah,
also
yeah.
makes sense for his character. Like I understand why he would have a trick up his sleeve like that. But
and
like
that
that,
Robin
oh
has
man,
the antidote.
Like
yeah,
for me, Crocodile, he's just a badass villain. You know what I mean? And he's kind
yeah.
of like the first badass villain.
Out of
I
the whole,
think
yes,
from what I've seen, he's the only badass villain. I actually,
Yeah,
he's the first one.
yeah.
um,
Kuro is like
Because I
kind
think
of half
yeah.
half in
Don't
there,
don't
but
what's his
worry,
name?
we get plenty of those going forward. But Croc is definitely again. This is a lot of firsts here for Oda.
I like those villains more than like some of the goofier ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. This is a serious fucking villain. Croc's a threat, 100%, and he like he doesn't play. He fucking he has an agenda and he's going for it. The scene where Luffy punches Croc through the bedrock up into the sky and that ends the war. Peak cinema.
yeah,
Oh my god. That when I was talking about Buggy during Orange Town and like how that's the one thing about that arc that like really doesn't do it for me is knowing later on that Oda can deliver a really satisfying conclusion to a fight. Like this is the type of shit I'm thinking about. Like these are Oda has such a way of like making these ending attacks so iconic. It's like Gum Gum Balloon into like Jet or not Jet Gatling into like Gum Gum Gatling or whatever. So good. Oh my god, we can't possibly in like passive conversation cover everything because now I'm like we didn't even talk about Pluton.
no,
Like
it didn't actually.
that Pluton's crazy. That has major implications for the rest of the story. Just
Well,
that
I mean,
something
I could
like that
already
is
assume.
yeah, that and the poneglyphs too. Uh just insane lore stuff in Alabasta as well as like important yeah, I kind of I I want to give it a 10 out of 10, but I can't because it's so long. There's too much in
Well,
Alabasta.
there's a number right below it that you can give it.
Yeah, yeah. It's like a 9.5. It gets a 9.5 from me.
10.
Fair. The send off obviously is also like, dude, Vivi's send off. What a moment. What a. If I ever like, if there's two moments in One Piece outside of Chopper that we already talked about that like could genuinely bring a tear to my eye and like if I could ever relive that moment for the first time again, Vivi's send off was so fucking good. And there's one a little bit later on that we're gonna get that like you guys I think will agree with me is like fucking iconic. There's so many, but like that just Oda is so good at these like pulling heartstrings and all that. Just ugh. I'm getting excited thinking about it. The setup for the X, obviously. We talk about it in a previous episode, I think, with when we were talking about Bond Clay. But like the setup for the X's is also like awesome. I love that it's just like a Chekhov's gun, basically. That he rewrite like not even rewrites. He just like there was a point to it and it was for setup for this moment. But like we didn't know that until the moment hit. Logue, you've just lived through Jaya.
Yep.
How are we feeling?
It
You're almost done
was.
with Jaya. You're not at the very end of it, but you're almost
I'm
there.
literally like, I'm not even in quote unquote Jaya right now. I'm literally at Buggy's cut-in again.
Yeah, yeah.
So I technically not even, you know, not even with the Straw Hats right now.
So what do
But
you think of it so far?
so far, I loved it. It was awesome. I think Jaya is another 10 out of 10 for me.
What? We see. Wait. Have you? Okay, so you said Whitebeard's name. We see him during this arc. I'm like looking at it in the.
I didn't see Whitebeard's name. I said that as a joke because I said the guy that
Okay,
Luffy meets in the bar is Blackbeard. But
so
Ace, I know he
you are.
exists because of Ace.
What chapter are you on specifically?
Well, I'll show you where I am right now. I just got to here. Like literally right here. Though actually, I was on
He's been
this
reading this
page.
233.
whole time.
I
You
was on
still
this
have.
page, and then
Okay,
I got to this page, and he's
that the
literally talking
Whitebeard's
about
literally
Whitebeard.
right there on that
Yeah,
panel.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. So
Um. That. Oh my god. Yeah. You are on a very important chapter. You have 3 more chapters of this arc.
I
Yeah.
know 4
Of Jaya.
technically. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
3 because it starts. Skypiea starts on, or Sky Island starts on 37. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm close.
Um. Very, very close. Exciting stuff. You're about to get a lot of reveals. Um, because I was like reading the key plot points, and I was like, wait, we see them here? Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, the very end, Jaya is like Oda will do this thing where we go through an arc going forward. We go through an arc like Alabasta, and then we get like a post Alabasta arc, and then we get like a pre and post main arc kind of like
See,
thing
that's
where we get
kind
a
of
lot
where
of
like
world building.
that's where I feel like I'm at right now with Skypiea. I'm at like a weird like
You're
lore
still
dump.
technically you're definitely in a lore dump, but that it's also like crucial to Skypiea. What I'm
Yeah,
talking about is like what Whiskey Peak would be to Little Garden, or like what Baratier would be to Arlong Park. We start to get a lot more fleshed out versions of those. That's what Jaya is to Sky Islands. Like we just get insane lore dump after insane lore dump after insane lore dump that leads into the main arc. And then once we get out of the main arc, we get like a little cooldown arc that is just more insane world building and insane lore dump. It's crazy to call it. I'm not doing it a justice by calling it a cooldown because it's not. We just keep ramping up. It's I love One Piece. Can you tell?
I can.
I don't get to. I'm excited you're finally reading it because I just don't get to. Not that I don't get to talk about it because I get to. I obviously with Mel and Co. We talk about it all the time, but like getting to finally share with you my experience with it and like getting to hear your experience and like what you're loving about it and stuff like that. It's doing it for me. Let me tell you, it's getting me excited.
Oh yeah, he's excited.
Um, how did you feel about don't spoil it for Logue, but knowing what we see before Sky Island, how did you feel about it after
Oh,
Jay? Sorry, I just said to like knowing what you know in the last 3 chapters that Logan's out of Jaya, like how did you feel going to Sky Island out of like rating wise?
I give it an 8.
An 8 is fair. An 8 is fair.
8.5. I think 8.5.
I also like 8.5. I think is solid. It's not. It deserves a little bit more than an 8. Hard to give it a 9.
Yeah,
But it
yeah,
also just because it's too short. I really liked. I've already said the Bellamy fight was like one of my all-time favorite moments in all of One Piece. But like that, genuinely, the build up for that and the payoff alone got me that 8. And then the 0.5 is all the extra crazy shit that happens in
yeah.
Jaya.
Now I don't. Now I'm trying to think now. If he, I just see. I don't want to say it just in case it spoils
He
it.
he um
Because now I don't
he's
remember
seen
like where this
Blackbeard, but
happens.
he hasn't seen anybody else.
Oh, okay. So then,
Yep.
Oh, so
I
he
Yep.
know
is
then.
Blackbeard.
Go to it's got literally you don't Log. Jay, are you on the story arc like wiki page?
Yeah. I'm looking at it. Yeah,
Okay. Hit Jaya.
I'm not the one that shows
Look
like
at
all the
those
arcs.
fucking key plot points. Click on Jaya and look at the key plot points. Look at don't say them. Look at some of the fucking names that appear there. Crazy. Actually nuts they saved that for the last 3 chapters of that arc.
Oh yeah.
Well, I already read
Yeah,
it by
dude.
accident or
What?
like earlier.
Bro.
But
What? Oh, did you really? No.
I read
No.
Doflamingo at least.
Okay.
But I
Oh,
knew he
that's one of them.
existed. I've already
Yeah,
watched his fight
Yeah,
versus Gear
because I
2 Luffy or
talked about
yeah,
him in
whatever.
an episode.
you yeah, you
No,
not even
not
that.
because of
You
that.
know because
Like
Bellamy is a
years ago I saw
donkey
that.
or
Oh.
he wants to be on the Don Quixote pirate. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, not that you knew he existed, but like in the plot right now, did you know? Like, have you? You also definitely did because Bellamy definitely already talks about wanting to be on Don Quixote's crew, right? That's like a major part of his like
I think so.
character.
Yeah, I think so.
Um, but like some of those other characters in that lineup is still crazy. I mean, you literally while you were scrolling through those pages got to a double page spread of again characters we're getting
The
payoff
Five
to right now in
Elders.
the manga. Yeah, the 5 elders, dude. Oh my god, insanely important characters in One Piece. Um, and there's some others. There's some other names on here that I'm excited to get your opinion on, but even after you get revealed to them, you get to go to Sky Island, Sky Pia, and you get to you get to square off against Eminem. Um, I can't wait
Okay.
because that is the
Yeah,
when
you
I
can
said to
actually sign the
Django
thing with
is
Eminem.
yeah. When I said to Django was Michael Jackson, Enel is definite or Enaru is definitely um Eminem. Like that's already
Eminem.
been confirmed. Yeah,
Well, all right then.
very exciting stuff. And I know you've seen Enaru before, so or
I
Enel.
have.
It's a weird translation thing like Zoro and Zolo. I don't know what the manga is going to call him. I think they'll call him Enel. I know the dub calls him Enaru. I've always called him
What
Enaru
about
because I
Enma?
grew up
Is that a
watching
different
it.
character?
Maybe.
Is Enma a different
What?
character or no?
Just have to find out.
The guy with the big ears,
Oh,
like the
Enma.
earrings.
Enma is the sword. Is one of Zoro's swords, so that can't be it.
Okay.
In fact, the guy with the big ears. I don't even know who you're talking. Oh,
I'm
the
talking about the
guy
god,
with
the
the like
guy
thing on
like
his
the
head.
Buddhist type of guy. Yeah.
Oh no, that's
Isn't that
that's
Enma?
Enaru
Or am I
or
wrong?
Enel, whatever. Nope,
Okay.
you're wrong.
That's in a roof.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So
Okay.
exciting stuff. You've got a lot to look forward to here. This is an arc where they said you can skip this one, which is crazy to me because the arc in of itself is one of the best One Piece has to offer, in my opinion. It drags on, but like it's still really good.
The only arc, well, I didn't say even labeled as an arc, but the only thing I skipped was Warship Island. That's the only thing I skipped. so far
Oh,
in the anime.
fair. I
Like,
think that
there's not even a thing
actually
for it on the wiki. Well, if you
it's
click
not in the
on,
manga. That's filler.
yeah, there's like a little thing on it. That's like the one thing I've skipped so far.
Yeah, no, you have a
Oh,
lot
and Go
to
Island, I think I
lore
skipped.
wise. Yeah, same thing. Uh,
Go
lore
Island and
wise, you
Luca.
have a lot to look at Hypia. Um, we got a lot of follow ups from Alabasta, so I'm excited. I guess have a good everybody.
Have a
Have
good.
a good.
Have a great good. Have a great
Have a
good.
good.